Back in 2015, I started with fire, and that brought me to Idaho, where I met Sadie, my wife.
Idaho has been my home state my entire life. I was born and raised here. I was so excited when I found out that we were pregnant. My sisters are my best friends. I wanted our daughter to experience that. She was very interactive with my stomach and giving it kisses and saying hi to the baby, and
Kind of like opened my eyes to being like, oh, what does it look like for our daughter to step into that big sister role?
being pregnant here, I knew was risky, but I wasn't worried about it because I was trying to get pregnant. I didn't realize how quickly it could take a turn. We were actually laying in bed together talking about baby names, and all of a sudden I just feel this burst gush of fluid. I sit up and I gasp, and Aaron looks at me and says, "What?" And I said, "Something's wrong." We went to the closest hospital.
I was pretty hopeful, optimistic, until that doctor came in.
They did confirm that my water broke. Our doctor told us, "You have no amniotic fluid left. And without it, babies can't develop lungs." There were no good options. They could admit me to the hospital, induce labor. My chances of hemorrhaging were higher. It could take days, and they made it pretty clear that I did not have days.
Each day that passes, the percentage goes up that you can go septic. That line had been crossed where it was about the safety and well-being of you.
I didn't realize the severity of the situation when it came to my well-being and my health until I looked over at my husband's face. It looked like he was terrified that he was going to lose his wife. And that's when it hit me that I could die from this. So we did what we thought was the most compassionate thing, not only for our son and myself, but also for our family. We went ahead to make the decision to have a medically necessary abortion.
That line had gotten crossed where it's like, okay, now like we're gonna need this procedure. What does it look like? Can we get it done in Idaho? Do we need to fly to Portland?
Because of the ban, at multiple points in time, we weren't sure if we were gonna be able to receive the care here. We did have Life Flight on standby that was aware of our case and our situation. I was already in danger before the procedure was even brought up as an option. I basically had to suffer for a week because they had to negotiate with lawyers first. We weren't waiting to see if he was going to be able to make it. We were waiting to make sure all of the T's were crossed and the I's were dotted.
To make sure everything's legal and they're not, they're following Idaho law.
To sit around in a hospital bed not knowing ultimately what my fate was going to be was agonizing. You lose your sense of autonomy. You feel like your life and your decisions are in someone else's hands. Just a complete loss of dignity. Finally, I was able to have a scheduled D&E, and the fact that we were able to even schedule one with the only doctor that's left in the state that is able to perform this procedure. If I wouldn't have had access to that, there's no guarantee that I wouldn't have gone septic and died. The ban affected our experience in the sense that we were grieving the loss of our child. This was just an added layer of unnecessary stress and complication. We honor him every day by talking about him, taking a situation that was so devastating and putting his name to it in a sense that we might be able to help other people or make people not feel alone in this situation. What I would tell somebody who doesn't know that our laws have changed is that this is a decision that needs to be made between you, your doctor, and your family, and that is taken from you. And it happens to more people than you think, and the people that it's happening to are people like us, people who have families and children and want to grow and expand their families. That is who this is hurting.